Hey guys, another video. It's slightly earlier. It's not like past midnight this time, but it's still a little late. 10:54 p.m. as I'm looking at my laptop clock. Oh, I need to charge it too. 1 second. Anyways, um, today I wanted to talk about a topic that is very close to me and might be close to you too. Who knows? But what I do want to talk about is friendship and how it changes over time. So, let me tell you a story. So, I was born in Columbia, Missouri, which is like, if you know where Missouri is, almost smack dab in the middle of the country. I only lived there until I was like 2.5 years old, so I don't really remember much of Missouri, aside from what my parents have told me and pictures, obviously. But the town that I have so far spent the most of my life in is Ames, Iowa, which is a town that's about 4.5 hours north by car. I moved there in 2010 when I was two and a half. Um, that was a pretty big move because one of the two largest moves that I've experienced in my life. Um, Anyways, I spent most of my life there. I don't actually know if I can call them friends. Like, they were just people who I was close to. The only friends I actually had were like, there was this girl who lived in an apartment complex. Her family's from Germany. Eventually, she moved back to Germany. I don't really know what's going on with her now. I haven't talked to her in over a year, and even before that, we'd not talked for like 5, 6 years. So I don't know what's going on with her, but I hope she's doing well, I guess. Um, Another friend, same case, lived in an apartment complex. I actually had a few friends who lived in the same apartment complex as me, and I still remained friends with them. Even when we moved to a house, the first house we had in 2018. But as you know, a couple years later, pandemic hit. We all got forced to stay inside a lot, social distance, the mask thing, whole shebang. Um, and that led to me feeling very isolated. And I remember it was over the pandemic that I really started becoming really addicted to the online internet, everything, like that. I didn't actually have a phone yet because I mentioned in a previous video that I only got my first phone in 8th grade. And I was in 6th grade when the pandemic started, so I still had like a year and a half to go before I got my first phone. But like, I had a computer and I was just watching videos on it nonstop. I remember before the pandemic, I could read 4 or 5 books in 1 week perfectly fine. I can barely get through one in a month now. It's that bad. Yeah. And yeah. And then we moved 2021. We moved here to Eugene, Oregon. Um, that was the biggest move, actually. We moved across the country, Midwest to the West Coast. It's a big move, man. 2,000 miles, pretty much. Um, and we were pretty much starting over, community wise, and everything else wise. I mean, so it's time to move into the second part of the video. I did make some friends because I actually moved here before 8th grade started. So I actually was here uh, for 8th grade and beyond until I graduated recently, like a couple weeks ago. Anyways, I made friends with a lot of these talented, gifted kids. A lot of them are Asian. I know it's a stereotype. I don't know. Anyways, some of them are white. But yeah, talented, gift kids. I made friends with them, and It was nice for like 9 months or so. Didn't really talk with them over the summer, not very much at least. And then that's when high school started. And the problem with high school is people get busy, like extremely busy. Like it's not even funny how busy they get. So they got busy. They didn't have time to hang out. They didn't have time to do anything social. Pretty much, their social lives collapsed. Pretty much, like we only got to talk to each other at lunch. That was it. That was literally it. And what's worse is that like maybe 90% of them were in a international high school. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like where you learn content from other countries, and they were there, and they were in a separate part of the building that's like a way like it's not like disconnected, but like it's way like the regular school is here and the international school is like in a long hallway that's like over here, pretty much. So like I never saw them aside from being at the lunch table, and that actually coincided with my mental health crashing. That was mostly related to like high school stress like that. I actually did not explain this in that video somewhat, but yeah, maybe I did. My memory sucks sometimes, but anyways, that's what happened. My mental health crashed, and I wasn't really social in high school, to be honest. Obviously, I talked to some people, but they were mainly just acquaintances. Like, I can't remember 90% of the people that got me through high school, like student wise, not teacher wise. Teachers, I remember, they were good. Like, I had to rely on the very few sane teachers in that school, that super elitist school. The thing is, I'm also a gifted student, right? I'm in like the regular school, but like I'm in a gifted program, like yeah, and pretty much yeah, got isolated for most of high school, and then midway through sophomore year, which basically marks like not exactly the halfway point, but like just a semester before the halfway point of being done with high school, I switched to a hybrid thing because of my completely shit mental health. So I switched to a hybrid thing. Um, that worked for me for the rest of sophomore year, but at the beginning of junior year, after summer ended, it got even worse, worse, worse. And then in December 24, January 2025, I finally was able to get a 504 plan, which helped a bit, and that all happened. And then I finished the rest of junior year in like an online program. So that happened, and because I went fully online, not like just hybrid classes, like half in person, half online. I went fully online classes, and I'm like, it's not for everybody, but it worked for me. But yeah, um, other than that, uh, it was like, was it worked for me. I actually did that for the rest of senior year too, but and despite senior year, that was like one of the worst years for my mental health. I can't lie. But so whatever. Anyways, I got off topic there for a second. As you can see, I'm neurodivergent. I found that out. Got diagnosed with autism in May of 2025 officially. I suspected also ADHD, but the symptom overlap. Like they decided not to diagnose me, but I'm pretty sure I have it. It's not like self-diagnosing, but I just think I have it. I don't know. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, kind of struggling to find other things to say. This video's already gone on for a little bit of a minute, but yeah, pretty much got isolated. Anyways, I had a few close friends that I met during high school, but as of to date, I can only count 3 or 4, maybe 5, at maximum 5, which I think is a good number. It's like you don't really need that many friends, to be honest. Like, especially for like someone who's neurodivergent like me. Like most of my friends are neurodivergent, but yeah, it just burns you out. And then I remember a lot of people who just like left me, blocked me for no reason. That caused a whole bunch of other trauma, but that's a topic for another video. Anyways, I think this has gone on for long enough, so see you in the next one. As you can see, have a new haircut. I did it myself. I might get it sorted later on, but anyways, thanks for watching. Bye for now.